Hi guys, welcome to two-dimensional heat equations problems, and it is also called the Laplace equation. In this part 5, we are going to see how to solve a two-dimensional heat equation. See, it is given a square plate is bounded by the lines x is equal to 0, x is equal to L, y equal to 0 and y equal to L. Its faces are insulated. The temperature along the upper horizontal is given by U equal to x into L minus x for 0 less than x less than L. While the other three edges are kept at 0 degree, find the steady state solution in the plate. Okay, see, that is we are asked to find the temperature distribution U of x comma y, and it is given the temperature in the upper horizontal is U equal to x into L minus x. So this is a two-dimensional heat equation in the xy plane. So the equation is given by dou squared U by dou x squared plus dou squared U by dou y squared equal to 0. See, now let us draw the diagram for this given boundary conditions. So we know how to draw a square in a xy plane. So this is the equation y equal to 0. This is the equation x is equal to 0. Anything parallel to this y axis is x equal to some constant. Here it is given as L. So we have taken it as L. Similarly, for this equation y equal to 0, the parallel line is y equal to L. And it is given the upper horizontal is maintained at the temperature x into L minus x. Now we have to frame the boundary condition. It is given that three edges are kept at 0 degree. So it is this is a non-zero temperature. Rest other faces are at or edges are at 0 degree. See here, the non-zero temperature is the last boundary condition. We know that. Okay. So now this is when x is 0, the temperature is 0 and y remains the same. So u of 0 comma y equal to 0, and the second boundary condition is u of L comma y equal to 0 because our x is L here. And the third boundary condition is when y is 0 and x remains the same, we have the temperature as 0 and the non-zero temperature is on the upper horizontal. So let us rewrite the boundary conditions. U of 0 comma y equal to 0, u of L comma y equal to 0, u of x comma 0 equal to 0, and u of x comma L is nothing but our fx, which is the given non-zero boundary condition which is along the upper horizontal. Let us choose the suitable solution for this. Since our non-zero boundary condition is on the upper horizontal which is parallel to the x-axis, we have to choose the solution which is periodic in terms of x. If the solution is parallel to y-axis, then we have to choose the solution which is periodic in terms of y. Now it is the non-zero temperature is parallel to the x-axis, so we have chosen this as the correct solution. Let us substitute the boundary conditions one by one and let's see what is the solution at each of the steps. Now the first boundary condition is u of 0 comma y equal to 0. When x is 0, we have a cos 0 plus b sin 0 into c e power py plus d e power minus py. We know cos 0 value is 1, sin 0 is 0. And u of 0 comma y is taking the value as 0 as per the first boundary condition. So we will get this as a into c e power py plus d e power minus py. We know this particular term is not equal to 0. Therefore, a equal to 0. See, if we substitute a equal to 0 in this equation 1, we get u of x comma y as that is a is 0. So b into sin px into c e power py plus d e power minus py. This is our equation number 2 now. Now in this we are going to apply the second boundary condition. Here x is given as L and therefore when we substitute x as L, your u of L comma y will take the value as 0. Therefore 0 equal to b sin n pi n into pl into c e power py plus d e power minus py. Now in the place of u of L comma y, we have to put 0 by the second boundary condition. Now, that 0 equal to B sine PL into C e power PY plus D e power minus PY. See, now in this, we will have sine PL equal to sine n pi, because we know that we have discussed in so many, in the part in the previous 4 parts we have discussed how we are getting this. See here, B cannot be 0. If B is 0, then when you substitute B as 0 here, you will get U of x comma y as 0, which is an impossible one. So here C e power py plus D e power minus py is discussed as not equal to 0. Therefore, the only option for us is sin PL equal to 0. That means P equal to n pi by L. Therefore, we have to substitute P as n pi by L in our equation 2. Therefore, we will get U of x comma y as B into sin n pi x by L, C e power n pi y by L plus D e power minus n pi y by L. See, in this we are going to apply the third boundary condition. What's the third boundary condition? It is U of x comma 0 equal to 0. That is, when y is taking the value as 0, the temperature is 0. Therefore, U of x comma 0, here we have to put 0, and e power 0 is 1, e power minus 0 is also 1. So, we will get this as B sine n pi x by L into C plus D. See, here we have discussed B not equal to 0, and this is x. We don't know about x value, so this cannot be equal to 0. Therefore, the only option for us is C plus D equal to 0. So, I can write it as D equal to minus C, or you can write it as C equal to minus D. It is left to our choice only. So, here we are replacing our D by minus C. And therefore, we will get in this equation, it is B sine n pi x by L, C e power n pi y by L minus C e power minus of n pi y by L. See, C is common, so we can take that out. So, and it is a single constant. See, now we can write this as sin h n pi y by L, provided if you have a 2 in the denominator of this one. So, for that we are multiplying and dividing by a 2. Therefore, what we'll get is 2 into sin h n pi y by L in this place. Okay. And already we are with BC sin n pi x by L. This result is due to this formula. And now we are writing our 2BC as some constant B1 into sin n pi x by L into sin h n pi y by L. Okay. See, at this stage, by the superposition principle, we write the most general solution as U of x comma y equal to summation n equal to 1 to infinity Bn sin n pi x by L into sin h n pi y by L. Now, we are here to apply the fourth boundary condition. The fourth boundary condition is nothing but our U of x comma L, which is the temperature in the upper horizontal. This is our fourth boundary condition, and it is nothing but x into L minus x. So, now here, when we substitute U of x comma L, it is nothing but our fx, summation n equal to 1 to infinity Bn sin n pi x by L into sin h. In this place, if you substitute y as L, what will happen is sin h n pi. See, Bn and sin h n pi are together will form a constant capital Bn, because this is a constant and this is also a constant independent of x. So, we are writing it as a one more constant, say capital Bn, and this is like a half range Fourier sine series, and that can be solved using the formula 2 by L integration over 0 to L f of x into sin n pi x by L into dx. In this, we know this is our f of x. Now, after substituting our f of x and after integrating it, we will be getting our Bn value, and from that Bn value we have to find small bn, and finally we have to substitute it in the equation number 4. That's what we are going to do now. See, now Bn is 2 by L. This is U V1, minus u dash V2 plus u double dash V3. We have applied the Bernoulli's formula. And see, the first and the second term will be 0 for the upper and the lower limit. For example, if you take x as L, it will be L squared minus L squared. So it is 0. And about the lower limit, if you substitute x is equal to 0, then we'll have 0 into this. Again, it is 0. Now coming to the second term. If you substitute x is equal to L, even though you have some minus L here, but when x is taking the value as L, n pi L by L will cancel. Sin n pi value is 0 here. Okay. So, as well as when you apply x as 0, it will be 0. So, these two terms will be 0 for the upper as well as for the lower limit. And we are left with the last term. And we are taking the constants to the numerator. So, it is 2 by L minus 2L cube divided by n cube pi cube into cos n pi x by L with the limit 0 to L. So, now we have to apply the limit, upper limit as L and the lower limit as 0. So it is minus 4L cube divided by L by n cube pi cube into cos n pi minus cos 0. We know that cos n pi value is minus 1 whole power n and cos 0 value is 1. So we'll get minus 1 whole power n minus 1. See, whenever these type of condition is coming, either with the minus or with the plus, we have to discuss the nature of the value of Bn, what happens when n is odd and even. Moreover, we know that this is the capital Bn value, whereas Bn is defined as small bn into sin hn pi. Therefore, you can write Bn as minus 4L squared divided by n cube pi cube into sin hn pi into minus 1 whole power n minus 1. So, when you substitute n equal to 1 here, we will get it as minus 2, and therefore you will get it as 8L squared n cube pi cube sin hn pi. So, this is true for all odd values. Similarly, when you take an even value, for example, n equal to 2, you will get this as plus 1 and this is minus 1. So, that will give us 0, and this is true for any even values. So, therefore, we have Bn as 8L squared divided by n cube pi cube into sin hn pi. And this is for the summation 135 and so on to infinity. See, if you want to write the summation from 1 to infinity, we can replace our n by 2n minus 1. So, you can write it as summation n equal to 1 to infinity 8L squared n cube pi cube sin hn pi into sin n pi x by L sin hn pi y by L. This is for the summation 135 and so on to infinity. If you want to write it from 1 to infinity, replace all the n by 2n minus 1. Okay. Or otherwise, you can leave with this. Unless otherwise they have asked the summation from 1 to infinity, you have to do. Otherwise, you can leave with this one. So, with this, we are completing with the solution for the given problem, and we are having one more part in that we are dealing with the infinite plate. Thank you for watching. Thank you.